And then one more question just about your approach to writing. Well, probably lots more. I'm not gonna lie to you. Probably lots more questions about your approach to writing. But one question is, you mentioned you didn't tell anybody you were writing a book. Is
Yeah.
that still kind of your modus operandi? Do you share your stories while you're working on them with anybody, or do you keep it all close to your chest until it's time to go?
Actually, I do. I do share my ideas as I'm working on them. Um, I share them with close friends and people who I know can understand where I'm at least trying to come from and can kind of help me think through some things and give me some new perspectives to think about. So yeah, these days I really do share my ideas with people because I find that it really helps to kind of get out of my own head.
And do you use critique partners, or do you have folks that you swap critiques with?
You know, I really want to. I've been a critique partner for some other authors, and it's always been my intention to be able to swap manuscripts. So I read theirs and they read mine. And for every book, well, my second and my third book anyway, I've been on such tight deadlines. And I'm not a fast writer, so I'm usually always late for my deadlines, at least by at least a week. So I always mean to have a critique partner, another author, look at it for me, but I've actually never had time for that.
What's your usual speed? Do you aim for a daily word count? Do you aim for amount of time spent in front of the computer? How do you mark your progress?
Um, you know, when I was working on my second book, I did strive for a word count every day. So I tried to make it it was like if I could do 7,000 words a week, and sort of however that got divided up. And that's sort of how I marked my progress. And with something like Gravity, it was a little bit different. As I said earlier, I was just kind of all over the place with when I was working on that. So some nights I was working on it all night long. Other days, I'd only have maybe an hour to put into it. So I would just write until I had a scene drafted. So I didn't necessarily worry about word count or pages. It was just, did I capture this entire scene in this writing session? And that's what really helped me move along and feel like I was making progress.
Wow, to me that would be almost more intimidating to get the entire scene. Like, oh, well, that's going to be at least 3 or 4 chapters.